We're moving some plugs today. It is a Thursday and we are in Rehoboth, Massachusetts today. And this customer called us out right away because they're going to be having a wedding very soon. And basically, they want to add a sliding window right where those two plugs are. The only issue is that those two plugs are in the way of the rough opening of the sliding window. So we got to try to move those out of the way. That way they can install the window with no issues. So I'm trying to figure out how these circuits were ran. I don't know if they brought them down from the top or if they came around through the studs. I'm not really too sure because I couldn't get into the attic access because they made the attic access so tight that those boards would not slide out of there. But we eventually got them out. It just took forever. So this is like the full overview of the attic access. The panel is actually over there to the right of me. So that made things very convenient just in case we had to, add another circuit for whatever reason or do something like that. But the last electrician was mental. I don't know what his issue was, but he brought all the wires to the top side of the box. And that made things like extremely difficult. I don't know why he just didn't drop down a piece of Romex from the bottom of that plug. Those two plugs were, one was on the top, one was on the bottom. I have no idea what his reasoning was, but it made things twice as difficult as they needed to be. And then I started drilling that first hole over there, and then I felt like these bees were swarming me. I couldn't figure out where they were coming from. But they actually weren't bees, they were hornets, so I got to take care of them afterwards. But I got this first old work box. I'm going to cut this in. This is the one with the wings on it. Yes, I could have screwed it to the face of the wood right there, but the wood is so thick, it's over an inch thick. This is actually rough cut wood, so this is going to work out perfectly fine, and that plug is going to hold with no issues. I'm going to cut the ears off the plug, and just because I'm in an attic space which is unfinished and no one's going to see, it doesn't mean I'm not going to do a good job and make everything nice and neat and clean. So I got everything stapled nicely. That way, if you go up there for whatever reason, my work always looks professional, and that's the way I like to do everything. Now I'm going to spray these hornets because they started swarming me again. And I needed to actually get into that corner to drill this other hole down because the customer towards the end, they actually asked me if I could add another plug for the mini fridge. And I said, of course, that's no issue, but I need to spray these bees first. So as you can see, it's right in the corner right there, but we got the plug in with no issues. And now they don't have to run an extension cord to that mini fridge, which is going to be a trip hazard. So there are the plugs. There's one plug there. I actually made that other one a quad. The customer wanted that to be a quad, and then we got that other one brought down there with no issues, so that was one happy customer. Now I got called out for a panel change here because take a look at this. When I took the panel cover off, there's a bunch of water getting in here. All the breakers are rotted. They're starting to have issues inside their home. And take a look at that weatherhead. The weatherhead's actually bent. It looks like, maybe the service got pulled or something in a storm. But if you're in the Massachusetts area and you're looking for a high-quality electrician, give us a call. We're taking new clients.